Hello, Internet Gamey Webbyland. I am me, and you are you, and this is how I built a chimney for my RPG sessions whenever they need chimneys. Okay, so building materials. I tried to take a single picture that contained as many as possible, and so this was the primary stuff used in the build. The stone I made using the egg carton material on the bottom right, and in the other container and kind of cut into pieces, you see what I did with it. This takes a while, and I had a lot of free time ish to just sort of sit and make these stones knowing that I would use them for other projects. So it was the kind of thing where like I would just watch TV and just sort of cut these things into circles over and over again. And it was just one of those little meditative things that I would do to relax me. I promise I do have a life. And then the other part was just cardboard and masking tape and hot glue. This is a picture of the work in progress. It's really so simple that it seems kind of redundant to kind of show you all the individual steps. What I did was the fireplace shape I cut into layers of cardboard. It's 4 on the fireplace and 3 on the chimney. I made 4 of those shapes for the fireplace and just stacked them. And I made 3 for the chimney and stacked those, glued them together with hot glue, and then I put masking tape over the corrugation, both to hide it when I paint it, and then also to give it a better surface for any sort of glue to stick to when I started applying the stone. The stone itself, because the egg carton material is relatively thin, it will bend when you apply it to a corner. And as you can see in a couple different places, it bended without any problem. I think I applied all of these with hot glue, so it was a relatively fast build, and it didn't take very long at all. Once all the stonework was on, I needed something that looked like some sort of cement material or grouting, or I don't know, whatever that stuff is called. You can tell I do a lot of housework. And my solution was just to hot glue it, because I'm just going to paint it anyway. I just need something that will perform that task materially. It's just going to get paint over it. You can see a couple close-up pictures of what it looks like with the hot glue for what it's worth. I know it's clear, it might be hard to see. These are after I had done most of the painting. The ruler there is to provide scale. This is how much it is across. This is how tall it is. When painting it, I covered the whole thing in black, and for the individual stones, I dry brushed them dark brown, then dry brushed them light brown, and then did the same thing with some grays, and hopefully that conveyed a convincing sense of actual rocks. The cement material between them, I just painted the hot glue, and you can see in this picture that I had varying degrees of success with it. I did a lot better with the back of the fireplace. The nice thing about this was that, particularly with the front, these actually were taken before I completely finished the project, but I was able to sort of paint in repairs and fixes to make it look a little bit more convincing and not like somebody had just slathered and splattered a bunch of glue and then painted over it with gray. But I'm sure you could probably figure out a better execution of this sort of thing. But the general idea is once you get your 8 carton stones onto the build, you hot glue between all of the rocks to kind of give it that sort of cementing joining material, and then you paint that gray after you do your rocks, and then if there's anything else to fix, you can just fix it with paint and make it look even more convincing. That's the long and short of it. It's a really surprisingly fast build for how good it looks. My players already love the fireplace that shows up whenever they go to an inn. Thank you for watching. I hope this was instructive, and I invite you and encourage you to leave any kind of comments, questions, concerns, good, bad, or indifferent. I can't promise I'll be able to respond, but I do appreciate you paying attention. Happy gaming, and have a good day.